Hello everyone, I'm MePhone4 and I'm Son of Beast, and this is NBA2k23 on 2K Sports. Hello guys, Son of Beast here, and this next matchup is under with another takeoff of this battle in the Eastern and Western Conference. It's the Denver Nuggets facing against the Washington Wizards back at Capital One Arena. We're glad to be happy with you to be returning here of the NBA 2K Sports here on this part of the season, of Season 7. Without MePhone being here, as he will be returning here for the deals to keep you eyes on here on January 13th. So you will try to see him and give him a call here from Luigi Guy. The calling card is up there on the corner. Go ahead and check that one out. It is out now. And if you already watched it, I hope you enjoyed it as well. But now, let's get back into business. As we got the next game up, Nuggets have already just tried to make a strength out of a win. They're trying to pick it up with the run. But last season comes up with a loss against the Los Angeles Lakers at home. This was a tough, real mistake here as LeBron James really kept on coming. But it was not going to be too much to take over by anybody else that wants to keep out of range for trouble. And same thing it goes with Washington Wizards. They lost against the Dallas Mavericks in Game 14 before the end of the regular season and season of the game. That was last season, if you guys remembered it, from Season 6. But anyway, here are the starting lineups as two players are already been split up here from the Lakers to different teams. Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, the Joker. On the other hand is Monte Morris, Bradley Beal, Danny Advika, that is Kyle Kuzma, and KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Yes, he's back, but except he is left with the Dallas Mavericks. So, he's with the Wizards. You're looking for a better man to play him on a franchise team here for the Washington Wizards to get back in and take a win in order to advance to the play-in tournaments or playoff position. May be a tough one to get right into it. Well, the question is, who will win the next game? Can Denver Nuggets take out the Wizards? Or Wizards stomp out the Nuggets? Let's find out now here at Capital One Arena. I have Kevin Harlan here for tonight's game of this. So let's get going. All you, Kevin. I'll see you all for the halftime show. And now, for starting lines for your Washington Wizards. Forward is for 9. Number 9, Danny Ariel. At the point guard position, 6'2", number 22, Monte Morris. At 4, 6'9", number 33. Kyle Kuzma. And up there, 7'3", number 6. Kristaps Porzingis. Red guard, 6'3", number 3. Bradley. Coach for the Washington Wizards, Wes Unseld Jr. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in his center. Nikola Jokic against Kristaps Porzingis.
Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. Along with the wings, Beal and Avdia. And it's Morris in at the point. We expect to see sparks flying down the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
No good. Shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Denver.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the board. They just pounded them inside.
It takes Carwell. Assist goes to Nikola Jokic.
Now the latest from our reporter, David Olney.
Well, the Nuggets head coach gave me a few minutes. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me,
Kristaps Porzingis.
guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get heat for the challenge.
Thank you, David. And then outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game still very much up in the air.
Gordon kicks the Caldwell post. He's off on that one. And pushing him the other way now. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Avdia can't hit. Fans are really excited to see Michael Porter Jr. finally get back to his previous
Washington foul. Monte Morris. His first team foul.
Averaged 19 points a game that season and made
Out of line for
his threes. He's got the potential to be a real forward.
taking 2 shots.
Murray, man, is he talented. But he has had his difficulties staying on the floor.
And Greg, that's been so unfortunate, and I feel for him. I mean, you can tell how frustrated he's been with the injuries that have saddled him. Because this is a guy you can tell who absolutely loves to play and wants to prove he can be counted on. And the injuries have just stonewalled him a bit the last couple of seasons.
And he makes the first.
To get where you want to go as a team, you need big game players. There's no way around it. And historically, Murray tends to play his best on the biggest stage.
And so he hits both.
Now, this Denver team used to run a lot, but over the last few seasons, they've significantly slowed down their pace.
Kuzma outside. And it's Beal in the corner.
Kyle Kuzma.
His game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Caldwell Pope against Beal. Caldwell Pope outside.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Wizards ball.
And the Nuggets are playing slower, more half-court basketball. Why?
Well, I think it suits the game of multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. I mean, the Joker is a maestro in the post and on the perimeter as a passer and scorer. So he dissects opposing defenses from anywhere on the court, and the staff has adjusted how they play to fit Joker's skill set. That's a smart move.
Now here's Beal following the miss by Jokic. Out to Morris. Outside Beal.
Fouls line. Number 5. Contains Caldwell. First personal foul. First team foul.
NBA player.
On the line for the Wizards. 3. Bradley Beal taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
I know what you're thinking. It looks like a classic gut of court in the middle. Love to see that one come back.
And both free throws good for Beal. The first part, we got a few veteran-laden teams out there outperforming predictions. Saying, don't put us out to pasture just yet.
And I love it, being kind of an old school guy myself. People obsessed with shiny new items forget how important experience is in winning. Very few young teams are in that group. I imagine you could probably count them on one hand.
Here's Morris, following the basket by Contagious Caldwell Pope. And Beal kicks to Beal. Pass to Morris. 6 to shoot for Murray. And another miss by Washington.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Jokic passes to Gordon. Good on the shot.
And moving the ball. Jokic is
Assist
one of the best
from
passers in the league,
Jokic.
regardless of position. No
Time out for
He's the best
Wizards.
five-man passer for sure.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
And back in 2021, Nikola Jokic became the lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP. The 41st pick of the draft, the first second-round pick to win the award.
And that's Mike Malone for the head coach here for the Denver Nuggets. He may already has to call. It may be tough for her to give that one an eye on Pride. We know that the Wizards already lost against the Dallas Mavericks last season. The same thing that goes with Denver Nuggets, losing the game against LeBron James' team of Los Angeles Lakers. So it does feel like that both teams have lost. There might be only one who could win the game and try to hit it off. Who would that be? Well, we may never know what will happen. Anyway, let's hit it back off the run. Back to you, Kevin.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new crew out there now. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 since the opening tip. And from second rounder to MVP grade, Nikola.
He lost, right? Defense. He's fouled. Early. His first personal, first team foul. Never. Taking 2 shots.
Guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Drop for Smith.
Boy, and at only 6 feet tall, Smith uses that blazing speed of his to keep defenses off balance. Good luck trying to stay in front of him.
And that's good as he hits both of the shots. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wright. And that'll be 2 for
On Denver. 14-ish. First personal.
You've got to really appreciate
18
Ron
foul.
Wright's
Shooting for the Washington Wizards. Makes
Washington
shots.
has been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Our first free throw is good. And so Wright nails both of them. 1:46 left to play in the first. Smith the pass to Brown. Back to Smith. Jordan looking it over. Here's Highland. And another miss by Denver.
I'll tell you what, the defense scores the stars for that miss.
Right side. Three-pointer. No good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Smith outside. To the inside. Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Now here's Kispert. Back to Wright. With the floater.
Wizards ball.
And to the outline, the Wizards will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
Pass to Brown. Here's Highland. And there's the pass to Smith. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Kispert gets to Wright. Barton outside. Shoots over Brown. Barton no luck.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
1 point.
That's it. Fourth quarter. Washington Wizards 14. And Denver Nuggets 12.
So far, we'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game you've seen from the Wizards guys.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, it certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
The Nuggets trail. So on the floor for them. Murray and
Tatum, Smart,
the forward spots will be Porter Jr. and Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. They clock one step where Jokic is consistently dominant, forces rebound.
Well, he does everything well, but you're right. Season after season, game after game, he is eating that glass. He stays near the top of that particular statistic. And he knows games are won and lost on the boards, and he wants to be able to contribute in that way, but he is a player, not just a big guy. Boy, good vision at times. Michael Porter Jr. saw the wide open teammate, and he got the pass to him right on top.
Here's Avdia. It's all in by Porter. Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Cavaliers.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that,
The closer he gets, the more his eyes.
Hey!
was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Murray finds Jokic. Caldwell Pope with it from past the arc. That shot off the mark.
When the defense was lucky there, I mean, leave him that open for rain, he'll typically knock it down.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Jamal Murray.
Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. I'm giving my best.
Oh, you hope he stays healthy.
Bradley Beal.
Here's Jokic. Hey, out there, making a flash shot. Well, Pope pushes to Gordon. He kicks to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
But he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Avdia, the basketball. Passes it to Beal.
Bradley Beal.
For end of the 2022 season, more shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes
Defense.
per shot.
Defense.
The makes have not, more taking hard launching triples and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction.
First foul. Number 6 for Zach Porzingis.
And last year, the scoring
And it is Caldwell Pope.
Their chemistry,
Line
that's
for two.
what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness in attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage shots.
no good on the free throw.
Contavious Caldwell Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
He's off on the second. Washington is on 0-2 from deep on the second. Right, everything they're doing is working right now.
You're fine, they have one right now. The momentum is huge. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot. He has to continue to take it.
Here's Jokic. Score the baseline shot. This is his first attempt.
Jokic never lacking in terms of getting his body involved, throwing his body around, using that bulk and power to grab rebounds.
Now, here is Morris. Coming off a 10-point lead in his last outing. Caldwell Pope against Beal. Releases from 15. Over on the shot a bit long that time.
You'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
2 minutes to play in the first half of the period. 2 minutes.
Murray's got the lead up to 12.
Jamal Murray.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray.
Timeout of the boys. The Wizards.
Nor should he.
Washington calls timeout. They're coming to this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Tough game on the road. The guys are defending this comfortable shooting. They've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Coming up will be the halftime show here, as we will have is a little bit of the first half of the highlights, as we will have is Kendra Jetsmith and Shaquille O'Neal. Along with you here with us 2K Sports Star crew, before we get into the fourth quarter. See how well it comes out once the first half is over. Back to you.
So Denver ends up going with a whole new group. Here's Wright. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kicks it to Martin. Pass to Hachimura. And it's Denver with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again. Effort and determination on the glass.
See ya. Right.
A lot of other weaknesses.
And they keep
Hey,
hammering
Smith.
away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And it's Hachimura at the free.
Right.
Room service delivery from right there. It was sweet down to create a high percentage shot.
There's a minute left in the second quarter. Here's Jordan. Here's Najee. And too much time.
3-second violation. Wizards ball.
Wizards trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Wright kicks to Hachimura. No good from outside. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Highland. And the rejection by Gafford.
This will be the last possession of the quarter in rotation.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot.
Kispert, no good. Here's Highland. From deep three-point range. And that's over.
That's the end of the first half of the period. And Washington Wizards.
22. We're on top. They're up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's speaking live from the sideline. All right, David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish, and get the ball to where our plays can be effective.
See if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime.
Let's have a look. Halftime show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They created some momentum for themselves in the second and went into halftime up by 3. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They came out as a more physical team. You can tell they put an emphasis on winning the contest. All of their bodies crashing, glass, giving them a physical and a middle edge.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
And taking a look at their outside shooting, the other is 50, 30%, which is something we never want to see. We need to reevaluate what they're doing on offense because they're leaving points on the table.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Thank you, guys. Let's send you back to Kevin and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've heard the first half of the game has been fairly good so far. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Running at the wings, Beal and Adia. Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. And it's Morris at the point. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. Now here's Porter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 4 to shoot. Deep 2 from Murray. Hits the front of the rim and out. And Kuzma get the ball for the Washington Wizards. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Avdia with it. He's got 5. Inside.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and is allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Up the floor. And Kuzma's at his first basket. Here and 5 lead changes so far.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but even as a passer, too.
It's a close game here in Washington. Kuzma, left side. Down the feed to Morris. When it comes running,
That's what some young players don't understand. 400 miles an hour.
Taking 2
He's got a
shots.
really good feel for how to navigate those 2 areas well.
free throw good from Morris. So 1 for 2 that time at the strike.
Look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Murray scanning the floor. Misses the 3. And she did shoot 42%. Morris against Murray. Morris passes to Avdia. Back to Morris. Here's the triple. The Wizards with another miss. Nuggets have gone 1 to 3 since starting the second half. Jokic kicks the ball well low. Knocked away.
Out of bounds. Wizards ball.
And we have to take another glance at the powerful rejection.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
What a play. Daniel Gafford got a good block.
Here's Morris. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Outside, Beal. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile 1 drive that happened a moment ago.
And a close game like this, you gotta dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 6. Porter, no luck.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Jokic against Porzingis. To the left wing. Here's Avdia.
Morris.
Outside corner. Pass to Murray. Feeds to Gordon.
Aaron Jordan.
8 points for him.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Now the pass to Kuzma. To Beal. Pass to Kuzma. Over Gordon. Kuzma can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't hit when he looks back.
Take his card, bro.
Well, to finish off his dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism. Caldwell.
Timeout for Washington Wizards.
As the teams head into this timeout, chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. It's important if they want to make sure they don't wear it out later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of the game, you have to stay hydrated.
The NBA on 2K Sports is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Dew to do. AT&T 5G, the ultimate internet access and secure. And by the American Express, official car dealer of the NBA. Don't live life without it. Pretty a tough game in between here for Washington and Denver, but they're looking for another way to get right around it. We'll have to see if they can try to get over it, up and around. Take you back to Kevin Harlan.
Both teams make substitutes. So it's Washington now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
2 minutes to play in the third quarter of the period. 2 minutes.
Lock at 6.
Go! Pittsburgh!
Got his second bucket tonight.
I think offensively they seem to have turned a corner.
I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Now here's Smith. And stolen by Burton. Hachimura kicks to Kispert. Back to Hachimura. Here's Gafford. And he can
Daniel Gafford.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Defense. Defense.
And you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we're seeing from them in terms
Assist
of rim
goes to
protection.
DeAndre Jordan.
Passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Gafford. 46 seconds left in the third quarter.
Fouls on them. Number 6, DeAndre Jordan. His first full ball.
Yeah, exactly. Free throw is always better than a layup.
Shooting for Washington Wizards.
The Wizards have hit most of their
Daniel Gafford. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. A different look for Denver. Jokic comes in for DeAndre Jordan.
Substitution
And
for
it's
Denver.
Aaron Gordon in for
Number
Najee.
50, Aaron Gordon. And number 50, Nikola Jokic.
And he's good on the second. The Nuggets trail by 3. Jokic passes to Smith. Here's Highland. Martin defending. No one near Smith as he
E.
lets
Schmidt for 3.
Three-point land.
Assist
That's a nice
goes
decision
to
by Smith. The defense was playing
Yeah,
off of him.
knew that.
On the pass, he took advantage of it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Martin. He gets
Will Barton.
He's got his first points of the game.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that track.
Smith on the
Nikola Jokic.
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really
This goes
keeps his
to
head on the
H.
swivel
Smith.
to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Martin from outside, and he got that.
That's the end of the third quarter. Denver and Washington Wizards 38.
Fourth quarter for you is six in this short break.
Final quarter's coming up after this. We'll see who is going to take the win. Will it be Wizards or Nuggets? Find out after this break.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you got a big guy that can pass.
Get up and make some noise.
Gordon steps in at the four with Jokic in center, and it's Murray in the point guard position.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge when you close game like this. You look for every edge you can find.
Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Kuzma, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. As Porzingis,
This round Kuzma.
Dexterity and fleet-footedness there. Love seeing him work that part of his game into his pack.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time. Beal with the steal.
Bradley Beal. Defense. Jamal Murray.
That one's good. The Washington lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Murray. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Pass to Kuzma. Porzingis trying to get free.
Kyle Kuzma.
That's the show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that.
Defense.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Good.
Contavious Caldwell for 3.
3 assists in the game.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Kuzma. And they come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Jokic finds Murray. Denver passing it around. There's the pass to Jokic. Aaron Gordon. So that's outside.
Aaron Gordon.
The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Beal. Kuzma outside. Passes it to Morris. To Kuzma for the 3. Second shot opportunity.
Christian Porzingis.
Look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
Now here's Gordon.
Michael Porter
The
Jr.
size, the vertical, the explosiveness. Porter Jr. has all the tools to throw it down.
Morris gets the ball here. Here's Beal. There's Porzingis. Oh, yes.
Christian Porzingis. Washington Wizards timeout. Number 9. Timeout.
straight field goals now that they've allowed in point-blank range.
Denver calls timeout.
Playing out of control at times here. It shows with their turnover number.
Here is the upcoming game going on. The next game you will have is the Bulls facing against the Rockets. This time, they're playing at Toyota Center. We've seen them playing here since season 2, back in 2018 of 2K18 on NBA. Now, they're looking forward to doing it again here in this season for the second one. After a loss against the Rockets at their home place, the United Center, now they are looking for a way to go back to the fight at Rockets. Because there might be another way to go for a Toyota Center to keep it all they've got. Now let's check out the New Balance player of the game on the board. Kevin?
And now we present the New Balance player of the game, Brandon Beal.
He kept outpulling the defense over and over. No matter how hard they worked to keep up with him, it didn't faze him. His shooting percentage clearly reflects how unstoppable he was.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. Even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David. Now here's Murray. Caldwell Pope on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, they get it back to tie it up. Good in the assist.
Davies Caldwell for 3. Nikola Jokic.
Nothing like being assertive and aggressive in critical spots. KCP coming through for his team.
Avdia kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Avdia. Porzingis at the elbow. And so it looks like
Wizards ball.
Wizards to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Kuzma.
2 minutes remaining. 4 period. 2 minutes.
Solid defense right there. Jokic lining him up and affecting the trajectory of the shot.
To take the lead. And they call the foul.
This foul is on Wizards number 6. Davies Caldwell Pope. Base personal. Second team foul. Out of line for the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic. Shooting what?
For me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball, where the ball moves and the players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And they've also been studied from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for the shooters and then converting.
He doesn't let the pressure get to him. Calm and confident from the line.
Defended by Gordon. Kuzma kicks to Morris. And change shot. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with it. And brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Murray the pass to Jokic.
Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray.
That was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking it.
And here's Beal. Bounces a three. Oh, and a chance to win the game.
That's the end of the period. For the regulation. The Nuggets 53 and Wizards 53. Well, we're going to overtime. This is the third time that they have been going to. We're going to see what will happen now. Nuggets and Wizards. Who will win it all? Find out after this break.
Glad to have you with us as the game goes back to overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And so it's Washington with it. Gordon steps in at the four with Jokic in at center. Murray.
Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
Nuggets trail.
Defense! Defense!
Brown finds Jokic. Back to Brown. Stolen by Alfie. And here we go. The Wizards starts break. Here's Gafford.
Daniel Gafford!
The most consistent.
Hey, a beat guy.
Yep, exactly. If there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
I'm out Denver. Tough players, always in bounds when the players are always not around. Last time it was the Hornets that made a win against the Timberwolves. It looks like they might be trying to find another way to get right away. The next commentary that will be for the Bulls and Rockets will be me and Mephone. We'll be back here after the deals is finished to get this thing off and running. Well, as you may already know, that this was the only toughest player that ever released here to come back and make it alive. Well, we may never know what will happen, but it's going to be coming there very close.
Jokic against Porzingis. Gets the bucket.
Nikola Jokic.
It's on Porzingis.
That's foul on Wizards number 6. Kristaps Porzingis. It's for personal first team foul. On the line for Denver, number 15, Nikola Jokic. On the line for 1.
Jokic has such a great basketball IQ, and his creativity is off the charts. He's capable of a triple-double just about every game.
Now, here's Morris. Has to be.
2 minutes to play in the overtime. 2 minutes. Dang! I need that shot's good for the Washington Wizards. Denver foul, number 27. Jamal Murray. His first personal. Second team foul. Line, 10 Washington Wizards. Here we go. The line for 1.
It's now a two-possession game.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray outside. Over Morris. Here's Jokic. He's going to get him.
Nikola Jokic. Kyle Kuzma for the Washington Wizards. His first personal, second team foul. Shooting November, line 1. Nikola Jokic.
Takes the 13-footer.
Monte Morris!
And the Wizards lead by 3. They've gone 2 of 4. Murray the pass to Jokic. Overtime and full swing here at 2 minutes off the clock. Murray finds Jokic. Porzingis. He's clean from Porzingis.
That's a good play. Missing from point-blank range. That's when you got to convert.
Pass to Kuzma. He's through on the wing. From the baseline. The shot comes up, and it's Denver the other way.
Overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby.
Here's Jokic.
That's number 5. Number 15. Nikola Jokic. His first personal, first team foul. Wizards. There he goes. Line for 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
New substitution for Denver Nuggets. Number 1, Michael Porter Jr.
Second is good.
Final timeout. Denver Nuggets.
I need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game here.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 19 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, what do you think?
They're trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
This could be a win for Washington Wizards. If they make it in and the Denver Nuggets can't find open shots, then the game is over. Well, this is turning out to be fantastic for everybody. Since I know this was turning out to be just the thing that we all really want for. It's going to be amazing how it is. Come back here for the night and do it again. It's going to be a tough one to release it out.
And partially making a change at all. Caldwell Pope against Beal. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Fires from deep. Beal pulls it in.
Foul on Denver. Denver with the Aaron Gordon. Social first team foul
They didn't really have a...
at the line for the Wizards.
Nice job getting it.
Bradley Beal. At
hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws in. So now it's a 7-point game.
Hey guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their...
That's the end of the game. Your final score, Washington Wizards 66 and Denver 59.
Thanks very much, Brad. Every defensive wrinkle they could think of, they threw at you tonight, the doubles, the traps, but I know that's nothing new for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's only going to get tougher. But I'm confident in myself and my game, so the more the merrier.
Maybe they'll play tougher team you next time. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Kevin, thank you very much here. As for the biggest win here in overtime, it was the Washington Wizards that finally dug it out here all along. And for Denver Nuggets having quite a hard on that stash, it maybe had been a tough one to get over the releasement here with just a astoundable run here with 3-pointers in the game and with some second chance points, along with some assists, offense rebounds, and defense rebounds. There are so many blocks and steals for the Wizards, and just turnovers here for less. But 8 turnovers turned out to be for Denver. Too much to get over that one. Team fouls got less, really well performed. 7 dunks, wow. I mean, a crazy look at the big show. Big lead was 7, and just only time of possession here was 13:32. So, it looks like the 85% for the free throw abilities has turned out to be the Wizards, and 49% here for the Wizards also. So, it looks like the win here has picked up here for the Wizards on final overtime. That was the 3rd time that happened here in a part of the season here of the NBA 2K Sports. Now it's time to present your 3-star players of the game to close it out. Let's go over to number 3. Number 3 for this one turns out to be just like he had here before. As you may have already noticed, it's a tough one to get right into that one. Contavious Caldwell-Pope received 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Only performed 2 dunks this one and made a great 2 free-pointers. There are so many to get over here from the field goal percentage rate and just only 21 performance run of his ability. Lack of kind. Yep, definitely to tell that one here. Now let's head over to number 2. Number 2, we have here the New Balance player of the game, Bradley Beal. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Well done for Bradley Beal. And he was definitely on the perfect fast break. Doing really well at that point. And with a lot of free throw percentage, turned out to be just like he did. Make it count. And with that one, your number 1 player, this one goes out for the 1st star. That means the Joker. That's why I usually have to call that one in between the board. That goes to Nikola Jokic. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 2 dunks. Even included the 6 field goal percentage range, and just the perfect free throw ability. Well, it did turn out to be just like he did. It's going to be off from his target range. So with that one, thank you all for watching of this part of the game. It was an exciting matchup to see the Wizards take on against the Denver Nuggets. Finally, the Wizards are back in the win. Denver Nuggets continue to lose again after last season lost with just the only part of a game here in the last season against the Lakers and 2 seasons ago against the Sixers. So with that one, it did turn out to be the bad part. I know it definitely didn't work really well. But to tell that, it may be tough though to keep an eye on the site. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching for this part of the game. And stay tuned for the next game. We had got the Bulls and the Rockets at Toyota Center. That will be me and me phone broadcasting for tonight, as you will see how this one all turns out. Well, I'm out of here. Peace out everyone for a while as the NBA 2K Sports style. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media. If you don't, somebody will. Thank you and have a good night in Washington, D.C., along with Mile High. Until next time, guys.
If you don't, somebody will.